We are live now on Zoom and on Facebook. So hello everyone. Welcome to today's program. So women empowerment and development. So we have somebody that will be a personality, a HR person that will be handling this particular topic. She is Hashita Thomas. Hashita Thomas is an aspiring manager, aspiring HR manager. She is also a people skills and helping the community grow. And she has many things she is doing. So she's specializing in the HR sector. So Hashita Thomas, you're welcome to Kai News Extra.
Thank you, Lee, for this amazing introduction. And I'm just feeling so privileged around with engaging with Coin News Extra for the very first time. And I'm going to share some beautiful
Okay.
words about women empowerment, as we all know, as we are aware about it. And so I just want to aware deeply about that. What are the changes and what are the complications we are facing as of being a woman? Okay, so I'm going to tell you about brief. So let me start with the introduction. Hi, all of you. Hope you are doing well in this COVID era. Good evening and thank you. Wow, I'm feeling so privileged and so honored to be a part of Coin News Extra for sharing this evening hour with you all. I'm going to share some beautiful words about this women empowerment. Hey, I Harshita Tomar and I belong to Gwalior city in MP, India, the state being called as Heart of Incredible India. And I'm going to share you about like women's empowerment. Let's repaint our lives with empowering women in the society. I want to share a PPT visualization with you all. So let me share my screen with you all. Okay. So I will try to elaborate everything, like every single column about that what I'm going through, what we are going through. I will try to elaborate that being a woman, what we are facing around the world, and the calculations to improve the women empowerment. So let's start. Uh, Being a 21 years old girl in my country, it's not an easy task. Today I got this opportunity to talk about women empowerment. About like I'm going to share my exact representation, what I feel without any filter of inequalities, without any filter of restrictions. I'm sure any woman in the world can relate with my perspective, of course. So here you can see women empowerment. You can see a woman having a bigger shadow. So what it's about, you need to feel empowered within yourself. You need to feel empowered within your body, within your thoughts, within your mind. So let's create a change together. Let's make an equal world to men and women. And yes, we can do it together, of course. So, yes. What is the need of the hour? So here's the need of the hour. Why do why do always women need empowerment? Why do we need women empowerment? What does that term mean? In simple words, we know women empowerment is a process of empowering within ourselves, of empowering our lives, of empowering individuals. Women feel empowered when they are able to access the opportunities available to them. Women feel empowered when there are no restrictions. They have equal opportunities in education, profession, and lifestyle. In 21st century, women delivering their services in public sectors, corporate sectors, and private sectors as well. We can see the example of women's strength in navies, army, air force, politics. They are giving their best to make our nation proud. But still, there are so many reasons behind women are facing inequality, discrimination, and not getting the same opportunities in the society as compared with men. Well, if I talk about my country, India, where women are given the status of goddess. However, the problems they have facing just show the opposite. of this concept. On hand, they are worship them as goddess, and on another hand, they treat them as and consider them inferior, and they abuse them endlessly. We need to realize this problem facing by women and take action on them. There are severe issues women are facing in the society like education, domestic violence, genital mutilation, rape, harassment, e-teasing, cybercrime, violence, and dowry. There are long lists, etc., etc. There are people turned blind eye to it. The facts behind that thought can put us in devastated situations for a while. Why all this happening? What's the point here? Basic education, the main core that take out major points. Basic education is a right. Each gender is a right of human being. It's a right of each gender. If a woman get basic education, then it will create equal opportunities. And by holding the power of equal opportunities, they can get independent decision making. So you can see the change. If women get basic education, they will get equal opportunities as comparable to men. And if they can get equal opportunities in the society, they can able to get independent decision making their own lives. So you can see the power of education, the power of education that women are not getting in our society. I'm talking about the worldwide. This is a basic scenario we are facing from last few years and even decades. So this is a very big problem I'm talking about. So stereotypes. Stereotypes is just not a word, it's a big thing. Why women only stick and belong to the kitchen. It is the right time to break it, to kick it out the major stereotypes of the society. Each country and these stereotypes makes women down in the society. They put them down like they have nothing. So it's the right time to break it out. All the stereotypes women are facing in our society that women can't be a leader, the main stereotype. So I want to start with my first point. Women are the largest reservoir in the world. When the women move forward, the family moves, the villages move, and the nation moves. This line said by our prime minister, and the realization of need to make a change in surroundings that comes by education when we learn the basic concept of life. First, I want to mention women are the largest untapped reservoir in the world. The journey from homemaker to a leader is not easy task for being a woman. The sacrifice, the compromise, their dreams for families, for society. They are sacrificing a lot of things around you, and they are doing a lot of things we even don't know, we even can't imagine. Some of the areas, the rural areas of every country, they are sacrificing and compromising their dreams for their families, for their children. Similarly, in India, women in rural areas are still denied education for being a woman, even don't get paid as equal to a man for doing the same work. But now we need to show the light in the dark. But now we need to show the light in the dark tunnel, and we need to chase their dreams, their desires. Yes, because she is a woman, she can't fulfill their dreams. She can't step out with the color of proud in their shirt, the respect in their tie, and happiness in pockets. And qualities and abilities that women can make qualities and abilities that can convert into leadership. There are several qualities and abilities in a woman can convert into a leadership. Similarly, but now we need to show some light into a tunnel to make a woman strong and educated to change their desires and dreams. On same note, there are more successful women entrepreneurs from around the world. There are many more examples set by women to make nation proud, to make qualities in society, equalities in both the genders. Another stereotype: women take care and men take charge. This is the biggest stereotype. We need to break it out. Why women only take care of their families and children? Why can't they take charge over man and with uh, shoulder to shoulder stand out with a man? Why they always take care about their families? Why they need to compromise with their dreams and desires? As women are paying a lot of things, uh, and a lot of sacrifices they are going through to completing their dreams, to compiling their situations, and they're getting a lot of things in forming them into big. So so you can see women's. I started with women's at the largest untapped reservoir. So it turns into a qualities and abilities that can convert into a leadership. And we can say women take care and they can take charge as well. They can take care of their families, and they can take care charge as comparison with men also. They are our leaders. They can become the most powerful leaders. They are wise decision makers, as we can see many examples in our society. Many women entrepreneurs, they are very strong and powerful. They are becoming the examples of uh, several people, several women in the society. So and in ancient India. So I belong from India, and I learned a lot from my culture. As you can see in the screen, uh, the picture of Rani Laxmibai. She was queen of Jhansi, and I want to tell something more about it. And I definitely sure that you will feel empowered about listening that story, listening that small note. I'm from India, and being an Indian woman, I learned a lot from my culture. And also, there are several stories of powerful women across the world. With this statement, I want to tell you about my inspiration to be bold and strong as women in 21st century, the great Rani Lakshmibai, the Queen of Jhansi. During the Indian Mutiny of 1857 to 58, she was one of the most prominent Indian freedom fighters. She is known for her valor and grit. She was uh, educated and taught horse riding, fencing, and shooting towards targets. You can imagine before 150 years before. You can imagine then where people having realizement to teach their daughters, to teach their daughters to face the world, to face the competition in the world they are getting. Even then, people having the knowledge to provide a complete education to their daughters, to their women, they provide them freedom to fight for their dreams, to accomplish their dreams to having the better life. She's a symbol of power of women and one women army. I can say that. It is believed that the queen strapped her son on her back and fought bravely for freedom. As you can see in the picture, queen having their son on their back, and she fought the whole battle like this only. You can imagine the power of a woman. You can imagine when women need to take a change, when women want to take a change in a society, she can give their 200% as compared to the men, and I can assure that. She will always be remembered as a great martyr who laid down the life for the cause of freedom. And now, in 21st century, women need to take stand again for freedom of to be independent, of and to be independent, freedom to accomplish their desires and their dreams, and freedom to get education, freedom to fly. We need to understand that we are in 21st century when a lady can become one woman army before 150 years. So why in this technological era, why women are not getting education, the proper guidance? Why in this era we are so back in this? So uh, we are facing a lot of circumstances. We need to learn this from that, from her bravery. From her bravery, I learned that not to give up and ready to make a change. And let's go set an example for all the generations we are having ahead. Uh, and alone she was one woman army, symbol of boldness, strong and beautiful woman. Yes, she was very beautiful. She was bold. A beautiful is it does not come by putting some makeup on your face. Beautifulity is comes by when you having a boldness in your attitude, when you having that compassion to fight for your dreams, when you having the charge to change the society, when you having to charge to change the things around you that are going wrong. She manly fought a lot. She was the queen of Jhansi, Rani Lakshmibai. And I can say that. By after this story narration, I can assure you will get some energized, and I'm feeling so energized after narrating it. So corporate leadership. By this term, we all are aware, very friendly, like we all are working in a corporate world. Corporate leadership, there are many big leaders we are having now, even women also. I'm not saying they're only men. Even women are also are proving their leadership in a corporate world. We need to establish a high level corporate leadership of gender equality, granting women the freedom to make their life choices. I want to frame some words like that so they directly show the quality of women are risk bearer, high emotional intelligence, ethical with business skills, great listener and strong narrators, multitaskers and team players. Educating a man means educating individual, but educating a woman means educating two families. This beautiful line said by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the Indian jurist. You can see uh, women are lying with two families. Before marriage, they lie with their parents, and after marriage, they lie with their in-laws. So they are belonging with two families. If you educate a woman, it means you are educating two families, and it means you are educating your generations as well. You're holding the power of change, and I believe in that strong. So let's start risk bearer. How we can say woman is a risk bearer? I'm telling you this. If a woman can give birth to a child with unbearable pain and risk of life, that defines she is a risk bearer. If she can teach the life morals to their children, it defines they having the high emotional intelligence. If she can run your house in a budget, that defines they are good decision makers, they can handle crisis situation as well. If she can convince her children to share one chocolate in three siblings, that defines she's having ethics, she's having business skills. If she can communicate and understand in a family even without saying a word, that defines they are strong listeners and great communicators. If she can manage and make your family, that defines they are empathetic, they are multitasking, they dream big, they focus on teamwork. I want to say there is no chance for the welfare of society when the world, unless the condition of women is improved, there is no chance the welfare of society. If our women are not improving and chasing their happiness within ourselves, so there is no chance the improvisation of the country and any nation, any around the world. And gender equality. This is a big term as well. Gender equality, the main cause why we need women empowerment, because we don't have gender equality. We having the several issues that we are, can't say we having the gender equality. And what is gender equality? Provision of fairness and justice in the distribution of benefits and responsibilities between both the two genders. That is gender equality. Gender equality provides the equal opportunities to men and women in important roles in society such as education, employment, income, contribute to political, social, and cultural development. That is the gender equality. There is Gender Equality Index and Gender Parity Index, the GII and GPI. The Gender Inequality Index, it shows the loss in potential human development due to disparity between man, female, and male achievements in three dimensions, that is reproductive, health, empowerment, and labor market. The GII index for a measurement of gender disparity that was introduced in the 2010, and the Human Development Report by the Human Development Report 20th anniversary edition by the United Nations Development Program, that is UNDP. According to the UNDP index, this is a composite measure and quantify the loss of achievement within a country. So we can identify any gender inequality index by seeing the GII index of that country or that nation, and gender parity index. According to this, this is a socio-economic index, usually designed to measure the relative index and the education of males and females index released by UNESCO. United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. In simple words, it is a calculation of questions of the number of females and males enrolled in their education time. It signifies the equality between males and females. It's like if we need to calculate that in their state of education, how many number of males and females enrolled. So we can calculate any world gender parity index according to this. And gender equality is a human right. You are the CEO of your life. The power to stage and compact it the way you want it to be by Netra Murali. He is also a very great speaker. And gender equality is a human fight, not a female fight. I want to mention here that I always say it's a feminism, it's a women. It's not a feminism. It's not about a women. It's about the both equalities, the both gender equalities. And when we talk about like the world's gender equality and the women, we can't continue this process alone. We need the support of men as well. And there are different NGOs and schemes organized by the nations and the countries, governments. There are several policies. We can say they are working for it, but still we are having less improvisation in every country. I'm talking about especially my country, India. So, even a single can't hold the power to change the world with acceptance and not to give up attitude. Even a single power, if you try for once, you having a power to change the world. Why you think that I can't change? I can't make a change alone. You can make a change alone. You can make a change alone with your voice, with your outstanding attitude, with your boldness, you can make a change in life. If you are positive, if your grounds are positive, several people will join you. You will be together and you can raise your voice. That is not to give up attitude. Respect. What is respect? We are in the age we always need respect. If someone is not giving us respect, we feel very uh, like if they are not giving us respect, we will not about to talk with anyone. So respect is just a thing we need. Even small kids need respect to talk about. So why women have not getting that respect? She is a multitasker. You can see in the picture how many hands are showing in this picture, and she can do everything. That's why she is a multitasker. She is a wise decision maker. We having more corporate leaders, women leadership by women because she is a really a wise decision maker. Women kept on the bottom of the society with lot of limitations on the name of tradition and religion. Female feticide, child marriage, not providing them equal education and equal opportunities. We can break down gender stereotypes, inequality, and violence against women. I want to submit here 5 Ws to work on. After that 5 Ws, you can find out that how to work on and how to improvise the women empowerment in your area, in your country. Why? The first one is why. Why there is such words like feminism, women empowerment, discrimination between genders. If you find that why, you are you having that one option, you having that topic to improve. What? What are the reasons behind such words? If what are the reasons behind your why? When? When you will take a strong action to support and provide equal grounds to a woman. This is completely related with what? Where? Where does it take place in our society and nation? Who? Who is involved? Who is affected? Who is harmed? And who will get benefit? So these 5 Ws we need to work on, and we need to find out the improvisation we need in women empowerment. Now, after the 5 Ws, yes, we can reach to the words of despair. Uh, yes, because she's a woman, she can't fulfill their dreams. She can't step out with the color of proud in their shirt, respect in their tie, and happiness in their pocket. What a beautiful lines they are. If she is a woman, why she can't having those rights to get the equal opportunities? Why she can't have rights to let her fly without clipping her wings? Let her fly to accomplishing her dreams in the society. Okay, It's a zoo plus men. What are we waiting for? Let's create a change and work or stand shoulder to shoulder with men. It's not about a woman. We are ruthless men. We having a strong, bold attitude that equally implies that we having a man inside our body. We having a man inside our mindset. So what are we waiting for? Let's create change together. Let's work and let's stand shoulder to shoulder with men. I believe that women incomplete without a man. That's why it's women. There is no competition with in both two genders. There is a equality. There is a companionship between two genders. There is no competition. There is a friendship. There is equality improvisation. Let's make a change together. Let's support to make a world safe for women. And so we can stand together. We can work together on our goals. We can accomplish. And of course, when the both genders stand together, they're having the master changes in the society. And I'm seeing it. You can see in various fields they're having a master change in the society. So we need the women empowerment shortly. I am not saying let's go to the 100%, but if we can think about 100%, if you are setting a goal to shoot a moon, so you can of course shoot a star. So with this, I want to say that you can contact me on my LinkedIn, and if any question, if anything you want to ask, you can connect there. And I think the session is very beautiful. I just shared my all my senses I'm having and I'm going through in my life and what I'm watching as being a 20 years old girl in my society. And even I'm not talking about India. I'm talking about the whole country. I'm talking about the world. There are several areas we need to improvise. We need to work on them. And this is how we will work together. This is how we can create the equal opportunities to both the genders. And I want to say that if I can't create a change, so I am sitting here in front of you. I just here to be create a change. Words having the power to create a change. So always use the positive words around you. Words having the power to break, to make anyone. So always use the positive words. Always use the positive words and share stories like about women empowerment. If you share this story, use hashtag empower and make this hashtag a brand. Like if we are working on it, just always try to get in touch with those people who are working like on these campaigns, women empowerment and everything. If you see around yourself, if someone is teaching and if someone is going through some trouble like any women, just go and help her. This is how we can make our country safe to a women. And we need men to support us. I want to back to Lee. I want to get back to with Lee.
A nice presentation. You need men to back you, women. So exactly, there should be women empowerment. That was a very nice and insightful presentation. I don't know if there are questions from our audience. In case
Yeah,
you
yeah.
anyone, if you have questions, you can forward them to us. Most especially those that are joining us on Zoom. So for Facebook, we are not currently taking questions live on Facebook. We could get back to you. So in case you have questions later, you can reach out to her, can reach out to Hashita. She displayed her LinkedIn profile. So you can get across to her or you can get across to Coin User Extra with pass whatever questions or anything you have for her to
Yeah,
to her.
definitely. I
So
love to I love to answer them as I feel something deep about it. I love to answer them. Please stay connected.
okay, thank you very much. See you next time on this show, same
Thank
platform.
you, Dee. Thank
Uh,
you so much.
Okay, thank you for our audience for the wonderful time you spent listening and watching her. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.